Hi and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me here today. Today I'm going to be talking about one of my favorite topics, and that is the skincare category of toners and mists. I absolutely love this type of product. I love the sensorial experience. I love the scents of these toners and mists. So I'm really excited to talk to you today about what I have in rotation currently. This is not an exhaustive list of my absolute favorite toners of all time. Most notably, you'll probably see that I do not have the Live Botanical Seasonal Radiance Elixirs here before me that I'm using currently. I just ran out and I haven't repurchased yet. So just take that into consideration. This is not necessarily exhaustive of all my favorites, but I am loving all of them and I want to dive into them right away. But I do want to say right off the bat that it is going to be an interesting lighting day, I think. I mean, I'm hoping the lighting stays pretty steady throughout, but we do kind of have one of those springtime dynamic weather days outside where it's getting really bright and sunny and then the clouds come in. So I apologize if you see the light getting, lighter and darker as this video progresses, but that's just the way it goes when you use natural light for your videos. All right, so let's go ahead and start with the Laurel Single Farm Hydrosol California Rose Artisan Distilled Hydrosol. Now, this is one of the big reasons why I decided to do this video, because I got a request from Jean. Her Instagram is Peachy Clear and Glow. I will put that down below so that you can go and follow her. She's a wonderful Instagrammer. She has a really lovely account. And what she did was she asked me if I would be willing to do a video where I focused on hydrosols. So while most of the toners that I'm talking about do contain hydrosols, this is purely a hydrosol. So let's go ahead and talk about what hydrosols are. That is the water that is left behind after the essential oils are extracted from plant material. And what makes this particular rose hydrosol very special is that the essential oils actually have not been removed from this steam distillation of these roses. So you're going to get even more of those potent benefits from rose, like hydration, antioxidant activity. It's going to help plump and firm the skin. And then another aspect of this hydrosol that is really special is that the roses from the steam distillation come from a single farm in California that Laurel has made sure that the workers there have been paid a fair wage. So she has a lot of information on her website regarding the ethics around roses and using the essential oil and rose just in general. So this is a little bit more expensive because she had to pay a premium in order to get these roses, but it is really important to be supporting these artisans, especially the ones that are here in the United States. They are local to Laurel, who is in California. So anyway, I do encourage you to read more on the website about that. But let me just show you what the mist looks like so you can just see it in action. It is a nice, lovely, fine mist. And then the scent of rose is really beautiful, but it's not that like powdery, hyper sweet rose that maybe, you're more used to. This definitely has more of that like herbaceous garden rose scent. I believe that Laurel describes it as a rose garden after the rain type of scent, and I would definitely agree with that. So if you are looking for a purely rose distillation hydrosol, then I just really cannot recommend this one enough, and you should definitely go and check it out. Next, we're going to move on to the Mun Skincare Anna Rose. This is their hydrating mist / toner. This too has rose water in it. It's got rose hydrosol in it. It also has aloe leaf juice, which is going to be wonderful for soothing and also hydrating your skin. There's also prickly pear stem extract in this one. That is going to help calm your skin. There's goji berry extract, which is a wonderful antioxidant. There's willow bark in here as well, willow bark extract. So that's a natural source of salicylic acid. Rose and jasmine flower extract are in here, as well as hyaluronic acid. And let's just take a pause here to talk in general about hyaluronic acid. It has been a hugely popular ingredient in skincare for quite a while now, but definitely in the last few years, there's just been a huge buzz around hyaluronic acid. Now, as of late, I would notice it's been more heightened in the last few months. People are starting to question how good hyaluronic acid is for your skin. There is a really really great dermatologist. I'm blanking on her name. I think it's Shireen Idris is her name. Anyway, I will link her video below that she just uploaded a little while ago regarding hyaluronic acid, kind of the pros and cons, why it's possible that, you know, you actually feel more dehydrated if you use hyaluronic acid. So I'm just gonna say right off the bat, I'm not in like a distinct camp of, yes, I think hyaluronic acid is the superstar ingredient of our lifetime and you definitely need to use it. And I'm also not in the camp of, oh yeah, hyaluronic acid is bad, you should probably stay away from it. I really find that for me, it's more fine-tuned than that, a little bit more nuanced. So if you have noticed that after you use a product that has hyaluronic acid in it and you notice that your skin is not feeling great, it's feeling either dry or irritated, then clearly it's an ingredient that you should probably avoid. But up until now, if you've been enjoying hyaluronic acid, you do notice those plumping and hydrating effects, then I would say, you know, go ahead and keep using it unless it's contraindicated for some reason, you know, by your dermatologist. But enough about that regarding hyaluronic acid. I will go ahead and leave that link to that particular dermatologist video down below so that you can be more educated if you want to be regarding the hyaluronic acid debate. But back to the Mun Toner. This is a really lovely mist. Again, it's on the fine side. I wouldn't say it's like super fine, sort of along the lines of the Laurel one. I like applying both of them into my hand and patting them onto my skin, but I also apply to my skin directly. So it just kind of depends upon what you prefer. But I will say that the Mun is totally fine, you know, spraying directly onto your face. It's not super aggressive. If you're looking for a toner that really does an excellent job of hydrating, like I said, it's got that rose water, the aloe leaf juice. I'm particularly intrigued that this has the prickly pear stem extract in it. I kind of forgot about that. I am really drawn to this particular ingredient roster. I like that it's not super highly scented. So if you prefer your skincare to either be unscented or just very lightly scented, I would highly recommend this. And not every time that I reach for a toner do I want an intense olfactory experience. So I do really appreciate having this on hand and I do reach for it quite a bit. Next up, I want to talk about a product that was inspired by Renee from the Gothamista. I can't remember how long ago she mentioned this, but this is the Dr. Ceuracle. I'm not exactly sure if I'm saying that right. I'll spell it down below for you, but this is their vegan kombucha tea essence. And you can see that it is one of those biphase products. So you've got the more aqueous solution down below, and then you've got the more oil-based solution up top. So you do need to shake it up to distribute it evenly. And I just love this like pale pink, kind of beige, creamy color. I just find this product, the packaging, just super satisfying. I love the cap. It feels great in your hand and just everything about this. I love the aesthetics of it, how it feels. And then I also really love this product. So this is a probiotic cream essence hybrid. The kombucha extract is rich in probiotics and vitamin B. There's also green tea in here and schisandra. Those are both really lovely antioxidants. There's also sunflower seed oil and particularly the sunflower seed unsaponifiables. Now, if you watched my video on the Boxwala box that featured 12 Beauty, so there's an oil that was in that box that contains, I can't remember what oil it was, if it was olive oil, but anyway, Pedro from 12 Beauty talked a lot about the unsaponifiables in that oil and why it's so great for your skin. So I'll go ahead and link that as well. But I just wanted to mention that there are unsaponifiables in here. And just as a reminder, sunflower seed oil is very high in vitamin E. I did a blog post a while ago on vitamin E and why it's such a superstar ingredient. So I'll go ahead and link that down below as well if you just want to refresh your memory on why this tried and true ingredient is excellent to have in your skincare. And then there's also ceramides in this product. So let me show you what it looks like. So it is kind of hard to show you the texture of a toner that you pour out onto your hand or an essence that you pour out onto your hand. You're just gonna have to trust me here that the texture of this does feel creamy even though it is a liquid. It's pretty impressive. I really love it. This is also unscented, so for you unscented fans out there, I can't recommend this highly enough. It's a beautiful experience. It is such a wonderful humectant, leaves your skin feeling hydrated and nicely moisturized. I mean, it's not enough. Like, I can't just use it by itself. I do need to use an additional moisturizer and then SPF, of course, on top. But I really do feel like this is just such a beautiful experience. I really am enjoying it. I haven't had it for that long. I think it's been maybe a month or so, and a little bit goes a long way. I do want to say too that on the website, when I was reading more about this particular product, they do recommend it for the 7 skin method. And if you're not familiar with the 7 skin method, I did a video on it, but it's basically like a skin just means a toner in Korean, and you just go ahead and apply 7 layers of a particular product, like a toner or an essence or a combination of a few, and you do 7 skins. Now, I don't typically do 7. I do find that that is just kind of a little bit much. I don't want to waste product, and it does take a little bit of extra time, but I do find that doing like 3 to 4 layers of various, toners and essences, I do still really enjoy that. So if you're curious about that, go check out that video. But anyway, suffice to say, I am super, super impressed with this product. I love everything about it, and I really do see myself getting this again in the future. Along the same lines is the Laneige Cream Skin Mist. You guys have heard me talk about this already several times now on my channel. You can see that I'm almost done with this. We'll definitely be getting this again in the future. This one definitely has a super fine mist. It's such a pleasure to use. And like the vegan kombucha essence, it is one of those kind of cream hybrids. Now, you don't need to shake it up to distribute the product, but it does have glycerin, meadow foam seed oil, white leaf tea water, and there is no hyaluronic acid in here. I don't think there's hyaluronic acid in the kombucha essence either. So if you are specifically looking for toners that do not have hyaluronic acid, I highly recommend the kombucha one. And then of course, I really recommend the Laneige. The Laneige is going to be a little bit easier to find because they do carry it on Sephora. I did purchase this one from a Korean website, so it did take a while to arrive, but it was definitely worth the wait. But anyway, I do feel like for Laneige, this is an excellent humectant because it's got glycerin in here, meadow foam seed oil. Meadow foam seed oil is one of my favorite oils. I love it. And then of course, the white leaf tea water is going to be excellent for its antioxidant properties. And I can't remember if I mentioned that this is unscented, but it is unscented. So it is a really lovely, fine mist, unscented, wonderful humectant that does not have hyaluronic acid. So if that is something that you're looking for, highly recommend this one. Another mist that I have in rotation that you have heard me talk about a lot is the Youth to the People Adaptogen Soothe and Hydrate Activated Mist. This has ashwagandha in it, which is going to be a great antioxidant. It also has amino acids. There's peptides in here, reishi, aloe, lactic acid, as well as sodium hyaluronate. But it is the very last ingredient in here, so I don't think there's a whole lot of the sodium hyaluronate in this particular formula. I really love it because A, it has the lactic acid in it. It has a super fine mist. This is definitely one of the finest mists that I have ever experienced. It has a very, very light, fresh floral scent that does not smell synthetic-y at all. It's very, very pleasant. It dissipates very quickly. But I did just want to mention that because I have focused here on whether or not these products are scented. So I don't really think it would bother anybody who is sensitive to scent, but it is readily available at Sephora, so you might want to go and spray it before you purchase it. But for me, it does not cause me any issues in terms of the scent. It doesn't bother me at all. It provides great hydration. It's got great humectants in it, and I just really, really love this. So next up is the Stark Skincare Petrichor. This is their purifying tonic. And I have really been enjoying this. It has a really lovely roster of ingredients. There's ferulic acid in here, which is very antioxidant. There's also green tea extract and cucumber extract in here, which of course are gonna be very soothing to your skin. There's white willow bark in here. Like I said, that's a natural source of salicylic acid. There's watermelon extract, as well as witch hazel, which is going to be very astringent and toning to the skin. So just a really lovely roster of ingredients, as I mentioned. And then in terms of the mister, I really love applying this directly. There's no problem in that. It is not, I definitely would not call this aggressive at all, but it's not on the finer side like the Laneige. But like I was saying, it's not like a hyper aggressive mister at all, and I have no problem with spraying it directly onto my skin. The scent is a really light rose geranium. So if you are a rose geranium fan, then I would highly recommend this. And then finally, let's talk about the Josh Rosebrook Daily Acid Toner. This is just a new favorite of mine. Well, it's not like really new, but I can't remember when he launched it, but ever since he launched it, I don't know. Actually, now that I'm saying new, I have to think about it because it could have been a year ago that he launched this, or it could have been 6 months ago. I honestly can't remember because time is so weird right now, but I am gonna still say this is one of my new favorites. It still feels kind of new and fresh to me. So this is definitely the most active toner of all the ones that I have talked about here. This has pyruvic acid, malic acid, citric acid, as well as glycolic acid. And then I'm just gonna read a little bit of the text from his website where he says that all of these acids perform at varying depths and speeds, allowing the unique acid profile to work successfully for a wide range of skin types and conditions. So he definitely mentions that it is fine for sensitive skin. If you have sensitive skin, you shouldn't have any issues with this product. And then it's also really nice for those of us who already use acids and we're used to using stronger acids. So it will be beneficial to people who have all different kinds of, desires and needs from their acid products. So additionally, in this formula, you're going to find glycerin, fantastic humectant. There's aloe juice, in-house made whole plant extracts, which includes calendula, chamomile, and elderberry. There's also amino acids and red and brown algae. So just a wonderful roster of ingredients. You'll see here that it has a very liquidy texture. And again, it's kind of hard to show you what the texture looks like when you're dealing with a liquid. It does leave your skin feeling very nicely hydrated. There is a distinct kind of floral tea scent to this product, which I personally really love. At first I was a little bit taken aback that it was kind of highly scented, but it is one that I personally enjoy. I don't have any issues with it at all. And then it does dissipate pretty quickly. So even if you don't really like scents in your products, but you're really intrigued by this one and you like the ingredient list of this product, I wouldn't let the scent scare you off because like I said, it dissipates very quickly and it is very pleasant. It has that tea floral essence kind of scent. That's the best way to describe it. So that wraps it up for the toners and the essences and hydrosols that I have been using lately. This is what is in my current rotation. I really love them all. I recommend them all. Like I said, this is not exhaustive of all the favorites I have ever used in my whole skincare life, but I am really enjoying these and I do recommend them. And I was kind of thinking that this might be a nice series to start for over the summer where I talk about what I currently have in rotation, focusing on one particular type of skincare product. Like for instance, I was thinking it would be nice to do, my favorite sunscreens that I have in rotation right now. I was thinking masks might be another good one. Of course, I could pick every skincare category, but if you do have a request for a particular skincare category, type of product that you would like to see what I'm enjoying the most right now, please leave that down below. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.